Would you welcome from Stanardville, Virginia, the Deane family.
Thank you.
Let me tell you about Jesus and of what he's done for me. How he saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free.
On the days I'm in the valley and my load is so hard to bear, I just lift my eyes to Jesus and I go to him in prayer.
Let me tell you about Jesus and of what he's done for me. How he saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free.
On the days I'm in the valley and my load is so hard to bear, I just lift my eyes to Jesus and I go to him in prayer.
Let me tell you about Jesus and of what he's done for me. How he saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free.
What a miracle we were given some 2,000 years ago.
God the Father sent him to us all because he loved us so. Let me tell you about Jesus and of what he's done for me. How he saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free.
How he
Saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free. Just today my little boy came running up to me, threw his arms around my neck. Mommy, hold me please. And as we shared our love together, a voice seemed to say, this is one of my little blessings sent to help you on your way. Like a rainbow on a cloudy day, brightens up the sky, sent to remind us the storm has passed by. God sends us little blessings, more and more each day. Life's little blessings, look around for yours today. Many times trials come along our way, darkness all around us like it was in Noah's day. But if we'll look in the Bible, little blessings we'll find, verses to remind us God was there all the time. Like a rainbow on a cloudy day, brightens up the sky, sent to remind us the storm has passed by. God sends us little blessings, more and more each day. Life's little blessings, look around for yours today.
God sends us little blessings, more and more each day. Life's little blessings, look around for yours today. Little blessings. Thank you so much. Here's an old song. I know both groups I've heard this morning before us, maybe all three. I've heard a Leuven Brothers song. Leuven Brothers has been really a foundation of my raising of music. So we're going to do a song that you'll recognize that I think these guys, the Leuven Brothers, wrote back in the early days of 50s and 60s. It's called Praying. Not long ago I was thinking of home, and I wondered if Mama was there all alone. I thought I'd drop by as I had before, but the sound from within made me stop at the door. She was praying, a sound that the world seldom hears. Praying, her voice was pleading and clear.
The sound of her voice as she spoke my name brought tears to my eyes, my heart filled with shame. Praying for someone like me.
I was walking one night and I felt so alone. My heart was heavy from the trouble I known, and I had noticed a church that was near, till the sound from within seemed to fill the air, and they were praying, a sound that the world seldom hears. Praying, the children that God loves so dear.
Outside in the darkness I could not see,
But I could picture them down on their knees, praying, praying for someone like me. And they were praying, praying for someone like me. How many of y'all have heard that song before today? Oh yeah. Man, it's special to me because my mother now has become an invalid in many ways in her mind and body, and she don't pray as much as she used to, but I used to as a boy, and hear her praying from the back bedroom or upstairs room. So it's hard for me to sing that song without choking up, because I had a praying mother that prayed, and I could hear her praying. And the other day, in her feeble mind, I communicate with her the best way I can. She don't say many words clearly anymore. And so one day I was kind of teasing her and spunking with her, and I said, Mama, are you still praying? She looked at me and said, well, when I feel it, I do. So it was a special moment for me, for my mom to say, well, when I feel it, I do. So I know that prayer for mine is still there, even though dementia has taken the life out of her. But I'm glad for praying moms. How about y'all? Got praying moms? Ain't you love for moms to keep on praying for us? We need it. Amen. Mothers of America. I believe America is what it is because our mothers prayed many years ago and continue to do so in many ways. So. The young man right here on the mandolin is, as I told you last night, he's my one and only son. He's my little preacher boy. He likes to preach to mom and dad a lot. And when I'm up here on stage and I make a mistake, just like a while ago, my memory is not what his is.
Just trying to keep you humble.
That's right. Keep me humble. He teaches school there. He teaches Bible class there at the Christian Academy where he went to school. And he helps me part-time and in everything that I need. He's my associate pastor and fine musician and singer. How about a hand for my son, Jordan?
Thank you. I stood in the courtroom. The judge turned my way. It looks like you're guilty. Now what do you say? I spoke up, Your Honor. I have no defense. But that's when that mercy walked in. Mercy walked in and pleaded my case, called to the stand of God's saving grace. The blood was presented that covered my sins, forgiven when mercy walked in. Stood there and wondered, how could this be that someone so guilty had just been set free? My chains were broken and I felt born again the moment that mercy walked in. Oh, mercy walked in and pleaded my case, called to the stand of God's saving grace. The blood was presented that covered my sins, forgiven when mercy walked in. The blood was presented that covered my sins, forgiven when mercy walked in.
Ain't you glad for mercy today? Amen.
Thank you. This man to my right's been playing with us for, I learned last night, 19 years. I was a little off on my numbers last night, but
are you that old yet? Oh yeah, you are, ain't you?
I'm a human. I can forget too. So, but he's been with us for 19 years, and he lives in Shenandoah, Virginia, near Skyline Drive, a beautiful country. And him and his family are with us today, and he's been playing with us, and he's one of our best friends in the world. And y'all make Chris Kite welcome on the guitar. He's going to do you a song called Be Assured.
I'm a man, flesh and blood, of this one thing I'm sure. I was made from the dust, and to dust I will return. But the dust ain't the end, 'cause in my heart I know from spirit and soul to the Father's home I go. Be assured, if you're trusting in the Lord, all who call on His name are gonna live forevermore. Oh, I know, 'cause the Spirit lives in me. The Spirit of the Son, saddest Son I'll ever be. Well, I can be assured that my home is up on high, founded in the word of the one who'll never lie. Be assured, if you're trusting in the Lord, all who call on His name are gonna live forevermore. If you live in the darkness and the fear, there's love, only love. He will wash away the tears, pouring love into you, the Spirit of the Son. He'll flow through you into everyone. Be assured, if you're trusting in the Lord, all who call on His name are gonna live forevermore. Be assured, if you're trusting in the Lord, all who call on His name are gonna live forevermore.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you.
How many is seeing us for the first time this year? All right, we had a few. Oh, wow, a lot of you. We was here last year, man. I'm telling you what, we are having a blast. I want to let Leroy know we're so appreciative of the accommodations and just being a part of you folks and get to know some new faces and get familiar with some old faces, right? We have a lot of connections. You know, this gentleman over here in the red chair shook my hand last night and told me he had 3 Stelling banjos. Now, the Stelling banjo is unique in itself. The gentleman that made the Stelling banjos lives just about an hour south of me, and his banjos are all over the world since 1970 something. And just to get to know this guy, and he's going to bring some banjos here to let me look at them today. And so we're just having a good time, y'all. I'm going to tell you, we can't thank you so much and the sound guys, thank you so much for helping us out, and we appreciate it. How about a big hand for the sound guys? Them guys are doing a hard job. Trust me, I've been a sound man. I know how difficult it is when you got so many bands and different instruments, and if you can give me a little more than mandolin on the monitor, I would appreciate it so much. All right, we got some had arrived on the stage here today. We got Miss Samantha, who is the oldest of the 2 children that Chris and Deborah Kite. She's a fine young lady. She's going to sing for us right now. And actually, Miss Deborah over here, who is the mother's going to lead us on an old song. All right, called By and By.
Here we're often tossed and driven on the restless sea of time, rolling clouds and howling tempests all succeed to bright sunshine. In the land of perfect day, when the mist is rolled away, we will understand it better
That's good, good, good. Appreciate it so much. The man back here on the bass guitar who's doing a little, helping us out there on, what's that called? Slapping the bass is what it's called. That's a fancy term there for a fancy bass player. This guy, and I told you last night, most of you heard it, he played with the Country Gentlemen for about 9 years and traveled the world with Charlie Waller. He's been playing bluegrass. I understand he played bluegrass in the parking lot of the high school when he was going. That's been about 50 years ago. No. He was bluegrass when bluegrass was not cool, as the old saying is. But he's a great, we are so honored. I told him coming up here, I said, man, it's a dream to have this guy playing with us. We've always wanted a good bass player, and if he quits, we quit. Big hand for Ronnie Davis on the guitar, on the bass, upright. Y'all want to do, let's do one the Country Gentlemen done many years ago. How about it? G chord. One of my favorite that Charlie Waller and the gang done many years ago, especially on the gospel side of things. And we recorded this on our New Memory CD back there. And we live in the mountains, as MC was telling us how we live right at the foot of the Blue Ridge. We live at what we call Lydia Mountain right now. It's a neighborhood where my dad was born and raised, so I've lived right there all my life. And I'm glad that, like up here, you have 4 distinct seasons, and God shows us His creation all to the time. And this song spells that out so well. It's called God's Coloring Book. Today as I was walking in a field just down the way, I sat down on a fallen log to pass the time away. And as I looked around me, the more that I did look, the more I realized that I was viewing God's coloring book. I saw a golden ray of sunlight, a silver drop of dew, soft white floating clouds sailing o'er the sky so blue. The yellow dandelions, the pretty evergreens, the red and orange flowers growing wild along the street. And the more I looked around me, the more that I did look, the more I realized that I was viewing God's coloring book. Grayness in an old man's hair, the pink in baby's cheeks, the blackness in a stormy sky, the brown in fallen leaves, and the multicolored rainbow stretched out across the sky, and the purple haze at sunset just before the night. And the more I looked around me, the more that I did look, the more I realized that I was viewing God's coloring book. As I turned my face toward the sky and say a silent prayer, and though God doesn't speak to me, I see Him everywhere. He is all around me. He's everywhere I look. And each new day is but a new page in God's coloring book. He is all around me. He's everywhere I look, and each new day is but a new page in God's
coloring book.
Thank you so much. The lady standing beside me has been my wife now for 35 years. And how about a hand for my wife, Tina? She has the voice of an angel, some people say. Somebody said she sounded like a canary one day. And one guy said, you know what? You guys can't do it without Tina. When she comes in, it's like turbo in a diesel. I don't know if that's good or bad, y'all. She has a lot of turbo at home, I know that. Woo. No, I'm just teasing. This is a good song that the Lewis family many years ago was brought out. And we recorded on our Old Past CD. And simply says, he overlooks me.
I overlook him, but he looks over me.
I was just trying to be quick, Jordan.
I don't read the word as often as I should, and I don't pray to God as often as I could, but I know enough to know His love is guaranteed. Sometimes I overlook Him, but He still looks over me.
Sometimes I overlook the fact He gave His only Son.
He stood in to bear my sins,
Each and every one.
and
He sends angels to protect my home and family. Sometimes I overlook Him, but He still looks over me.
and I fell behind on promises I've made, but He's forgiven all of my delays, and the time I spend for Him is not what it could be. Sometimes I overlook Him, but He still looks over me.
Sometimes I overlook the fact He gave His only Son.
And He stood in to bear my sins,
Each and every one. He sends angels to protect my home and family. Sometimes I overlook Him, but He still looks over me. Sometimes I overlook Him, but He still looks over me. Over me.
Oh, yeah. Thank God for that. Amen. We're going to do one more song here on this set. We'll be back here later this evening around 4:45, somewhere along in there. Man, I'm telling you what, I'm overwhelmed at the talent that's crossing the stage last night and this morning already. I'm just honored to be here. I feel like an amateur, feel like just a wannabe, all these musicians around here. And I really appreciate it. It's not about us. Listen, the Deanes is not about singing about themselves. By the way, my name is Eddie, okay? So since y'all don't know my name, they don't introduce me like I do them. So anyway, but I'm not offended. I'm just glad to be here, y'all. I'm just happy to be here. We appreciate so much the opportunity. And let's do the old Hank Williams, I Saw the Light. How about We have some CDs back there. We have 8 different copies of 8 different projects back there, including One Christmas. If you'd like to come by and say howdy to us, we'd love to chat with you. And take some music home with you if you want to. And we'll love to be back here this evening with you and see you again. All right, I saw the light. It seemed like something else I wanted to say, but I surely say thanks, all of you, for being here this morning.
You can say it later.
I can say it later. Okay.
We'll be back.
Hey, ain't we having a good time, fellas?
Yes, we are.
Y'all having a good time? Yeah, we
Yes,
were
sir.
having a blast. All right. I wandered so aimless, life filled with sin, I wouldn't let my dear Savior in. Then Jesus came like a stranger in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Well, I saw the light, I saw the light. No more in darkness, no more in night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. All right, George. I was the fool to wander astray. Straight is the gate and narrow the way. Now I have traded the wrong for the right. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more in darkness, no more in night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Just like a blind man, I wandered alone. Wearies and fears I claimed for my own. Just like a blind man that God gave back his sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Well, I saw the light, I saw the light. No more in darkness, no more in night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, no more in darkness, no more in night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Well, praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much. They tell me of a home far beyond the skies. They tell me of a home far away. Oh, they tell me of those storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, they tell me of a king in his beauty there. They tell me that mine eyes shall behold where he sits on a throne that is whiter than snow. In that city that is made of gold. Oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Thank you so much.
Foundation
I'll build up
upon solid rock. My pathway
to Jesus
is soon not forgot. The stairway
is there
for others to walk. The stairway to heaven upon the solid rock. To hold your hand, to lead you on to the promised land. The way is dark and the path is narrow, so cast Satan out and be not of sorrow. The foundation
I'll build
upon the solid rock. My pathway
to Jesus
is soon not forgot. The stairway
is there
for others to walk. The stairway to heaven upon the solid rock. That happy day when the angels sing, their voices blend and their hearts do ring. I'll leave this world and no more to see, and be with my Jesus for eternity. The foundation
I'll build
upon the solid rock. My pathway
to Jesus
is soon not forgot. The stairway
is there
for others to walk. The stairway to heaven upon the solid rock. The foundation
I'll build
upon the solid rock. My pathway
to Jesus
is soon not forgot. The stairway
is there
for others to walk. The stairway to heaven upon the solid rock. The stairway to heaven upon the solid rock.
Thank you so much, boy. It's good to see y'all here this afternoon, this evening. It's good to see a lot of you was here this morning. It's good to see you hanging in. The rest of us come in. We're glad you're here. We are the Deanes from Greene. That's what we say. Greene County, Virginia, down near Charlottesville, between Charlottesville and Harrisonburg. And we're so happy to be in the Lancaster area. Locust Hollow singing. We're so glad to be here. And it's good to see all of you, meeting a lot of new folks. And last year was the first time, if I remember, playing in this area. Of all 30 years experience of playing, last year we was here on the grounds, and man, we are tickled pink, is what they say back home, to be back here again with you folks. And we're sure enjoying the music we've heard today. Man, a lot of good stuff. And it's just been such a good time for us to be with you. Right now we're going to do a song that will take you back a long ways. It's a song that I remember mom and dad singing in church. We sung it as a congregation, and it's in the Red Book for many of you. And here's our version of it. We're in the process of making a Hymn Time in the Country album, and this is one of those that's featured on there. It's called Take Your Burden to the Lord. If the word from you it told of its silver and its gold, and you have to get along with meager fare, Just remember in His Word how He feeds the little bird. Take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. And leave it there. Leave it there. Take your burdens to the Lord and leave it there. If you trust and never doubt, He will surely bring you out. Take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. When your enemies assail and your heart begins to fail, don't forget that God in heaven, He answers prayer, and He will make a way for you and will lead you safely through. Take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there. Take your burdens to the Lord and leave it there. If you trust and never doubt, He will surely bring you out. And take your burdens to the Lord and leave it there. And if you trust and never doubt, He will surely bring you out. Take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love that old song, boys. When the enemies assail, when your heart begins to fail, don't forget that God in heaven answers prayer. He will never leave you then. He'll go with you to the end. Take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. Thank you so much. Hey, sound guys, if you can give a little more than the monitor for my wife's vocal so I can hear that beautiful voice. This lady next to me is my wife of 35 years. Y'all glad to see Tina today? How about a hand for Tina? She is formerly a Georgia Peach. She comes to the Deanes from Georgia back in 1984. And standing next to her is her little baby. She calls him baby. And I call him son. He's quite the young man, musician, singer. He's my little associate and preacher and Sunday school teacher. He does it all. I don't know what I'd do without him. Listen, y'all have to pray hard for me now. Listen. He's got a girlfriend in California. Sick of the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you know what? Scaring me to death. We can't...
It's all right. You got Jesus. Just take your burdens to the Lord and leave it there, brother.
Boy, that's a good one. You just worked that up just now, didn't you?
The Lord gave me that one.
Hey, we done this song last night, and you folks really enjoyed it, and it features a musical and a little bit of music and a little bit of singing from my wife and the bass guy. You'll get to know him a little bit when we get done this song. Called If That Don't Make You Want to Go.
John saw a golden city, New Jerusalem come down. 12 jasper walls, gates of pearl, splendor all around. And he tells about a river of life that flows beneath the throne, where we'll drink and live eternally in a mansion all our own. Oh, if
that don't make you wanna go, brother, if that don't make you wanna go,
sister,
that don't make you wanna go to heaven, I don't know what does.
They say there is no heartache there and no more curse of sin, no sickness and no cross to bear, death can enter in, no fighting and no battlefield, no war, no enemy, where the lamb and lion lay side by side in that land of perfect peace. Oh, if
That don't make you wanna go, brother, if that don't make you wanna go,
sister,
if that don't make you wanna go to heaven, I don't know what does. Take it, baby.
my baby on the mantle. No worries and no more to fear. Our faith will be made sight. It's a glorious land of endless day where Jesus is the light. Got a lot of friends and loved ones there, and a Savior I will meet. And I'll lay my crown of jewels down. I bow at Jesus' feet. Oh, if
That don't make you wanna go, brother, if that don't make you wanna go,
sister,
that don't make you wanna go to heaven, I don't know what does.
Well, if
That don't make you wanna go, brother, if that don't make you wanna go,
sister,
that don't make you wanna go to heaven, I don't know what does. All right, bass man.
Well, if
That don't make you wanna go, brother, if that don't make you wanna go, if
sister,
that don't make you wanna go to heaven, I don't know what does.
Amen.
Thank you so much. I want down here playing the guitar for us. He's been with the band 19 years now. June was 19 years he's been playing for us. Makes his home in a little town called Shenandoah, Virginia, right just north of Elkton there in the southern part of Rockingham County. Well, Page County, that's right. And he's going to do an old song for you. How about a big hand for Chris Kite on the guitar? Just a little more mantle in the monitor, just a little more mantle in my monitor, please. And while I'm getting ready here to pick this banjo, this man sitting up here on my right up here, his name is Ron, and he showed me an archive of banjos. He has several banjos with him today, and he brought one, and I asked him could I play it. This is a Sonny Osborne, number 9, a chief. Sonny Osborne made banjo, and I tell you what, it's like having gold around your neck for that Sonny Osborne has made and hand delivered to this gentleman right here. And I really appreciate Ron letting me play it today. And I know I can't do it justice, but I sure am trying. Here's an old song you'll know. I ain't had to tune it yet. It's great. Where could I go?
this old sinful world hardly a comfort can afford. Striving along to face temptation's sword, where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go? Where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul, when I'm needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Oh, neighbors are kind, I love them everyone. We get along in sweet accord. But when my soul needs manna from above, where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go? Where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul, when I'm needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Well, life here is grand with friends I love so dear. Comfort I get from God's own word. Yet when I face the chilling hand of death, where could I go but to the Lord? Where could I go? Where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul, when I'm needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? When I'm needing a friend to help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you. We're going to have, where is that? Oh, yeah, okay. We're going to have a little gal to come up here now. This is Chris's little girl. Samantha is going to help us sing. It's a song that Dolly Parton made popular. And a lot of you folks I know it. So a lot of her songs about home. This is the most popular one, probably. Supposedly a true story from the life of Dolly in her early years. Samantha, how old are you?
11.
I know you're not supposed to ask girls how old they are, but if they're under 10, 12, I think it's legal. She's 11 years old. How about a hand for Samantha? A coat of many colors.
Back through the years I go wandering once again, back to the seasons of my youth. I recall a box of rags someone gave us, and how my mama put those rags to use. There were rags of many colors, every piece was small, and I didn't have a coat, and it was way down in the fall. Mama sewed those rags together, sewing every piece with love. She made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of. As she told the story from the Bible she had read about a coat of many colors Joseph wore, and then she said, perhaps this coat will bring you good luck and happiness. And I just couldn't wait to wear it, and Mama blessed her with a kiss. My coat of many colors that my mama made to me, made only from rags, but she wore it so proudly. Although we had no money, I was rich as I could be. for me. Patches on my breeches, holes in both my shoes, in my coat of many colors. I hurried off to school just to find the others laughing and making fun of me in my coat of many colors my mama made for me. Oh, I couldn't understand it, for I felt like I was rich, and I told them of the love my mama sewed in every stitch. And I told them all the story Mama told them while she sewed, how my coat of many colors was worth more than all their clothes. But they didn't understand it, and I tried to make them see that one is only poor, only if they choose to be. Now I know we had no money, but I was rich as I could be, in my coat of many colors my mama made for me.
Thank you so much. Now we're going to have Mom come up and sing one. Deborah has been in the family here, if you will, the Deane family, or the Deane band, part of us for about 12 years now. She comes to us from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're glad to have the Midwest here today with us. She has a heavy Southern accent, lights and ice and might and kite. And
That's right.
that's right. Tonight.
I was visiting down in Georgia. I traveled with a missionary into Mexico for several months, and we were itinerating. We were in Georgia, and one of the girls said, "We like you. You talk like us." I said, "No, I don't." We've been hearing a lot of Lubin Brothers today, and this one was just sung, but we're going to do our version of it. The Angels Rejoiced.
Back years ago, the trio, Dolly Parton, Emmylou Harris, and Linda Ronstadt, done this song.
Is he Linda?
I don't know which one's Linda. I guess I'm Linda. I'm Linda. And Dolly and Emmylou over here we're going to do their version of Angels Rejoice. Take off, Jordan.
Not a home was a picture Satan painted, poor sweet little sister and me. Our daddy would brown while mother was praying. His heart was so hardened that he would not believe. In anger he'd swear, his voice cold and loud. The Sundays were spent out with the gambling crowd. I'd never seen my daddy inside the house of God, for Satan held his hand down the path of sin he trod. And not long ago, our circle was broken when God called on Mother one night. In a voice sweet and low, her last words were spoken, asking our daddy to raise her children right. The angels rejoiced in heaven last night. I heard my daddy praying, "Dear God, make it right." He was smiling and singing with tears in his eyes, while Mother with the angels rejoiced last night. The angels rejoiced joyous last night.
Thank you so much. And before I forget, the guy playing the bass guitar, or the upright bass, I should say, he is no stranger when it comes to music. He played with the country gentlemen, the Charlie Waller and the guys that traveled the world back in, I guess, the 90s and early 2000s. Ronnie was part of the band that played for Charlie Waller and the guys. And this, if you can go to Google and find some video on YouTube, you can see this man playing bass in there. He had hair back then. He's a fine bass player. He plays over top of us. He's better than what we are. We're so happy to have him. Big hand for Ronnie Davis.
And standing over there playing the 5-string banjo, as you've already learned, is my father. And we've had some great times together. He's my best friend in the world. I'm sure I'm his best friend in the world. We are just alike. If you've seen me, as Jesus said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. I'm just like he is. We've had some great moments of intense fellowship where I got whipped or spanked for doing something wrong. We had a lot of those times.
Yeah.
But through those years, I've learned who Daddy is, and I've learned that Daddy loves me. And I'm thankful for this man over here. Would y'all make Eddie Deane welcome today?
Thank you so much.
He's gonna do you an old song here. We used to do years ago. We just picked it back up. It's an old song called Old Paths.
Yes.
So I hope you enjoy it.
Anybody heard Paul Williams up here? Y'all heard Paul Williams? All right, well, then you'll recognize this song here. This is a Paul Williams special. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 16, we tells us how we need to live. It's a way that's good and clean. He tells us how we need to walk no matter where we go. If we'll walk in the old path, we'll find rest for our soul. Seek ye out the old path and walk therein. Cried the prophet Jeremiah, but they would not hear him. Seek ye out the old path and walk therein. Stop following after the flesh, stumbling around in sin. Now the old way, it's a good way, and it's God's way, and we better walk therein. Of everyone that's born again, he tells us how we need to live if we listen to him. He'll tell us to keep us, and we won't go astray. He'll help our lives to be a light, someone that's unseen. Seek ye out the old path and walk therein, cried the prophet Jeremiah. They would not hear him. Seek ye out the old path and walk therein. Stop following after the flesh, stumbling around in sin. The old way, it's a good way, and it's God's way, and we better walk therein.
All right, old man. old path and walk therein. Cried the prophet Jeremiah, they would not hear him. Seek ye out the old path and walk therein. Stop following after the flesh, stumbling around in sin. Stop following after the flesh, stumbling around in sin.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. While Jordan's going to get switched over to the guitar here to sing you a song, we want to say again thanks to Leroy, the family, and all the staff here that's doing all these things. We are having a wonderful time here in Ronks, Pennsylvania, and we're so glad that, listen, Keith Clark and the churchmen over there, we've been friends for plus 20 years and playing music together. I think he pitched our name here a few years ago, and we are so glad to know the churchmen and have them hook us up with you folks here in Pennsylvania. We are just thrilled. If you can't tell we're having a good time, I don't know what else I need to do. I'm up here moving around, having a good time. So we're so glad that we're with you today. We appreciate the sound guys and everybody. And I thank you to the gang here for coming up with us. The family's traveling up here with us. Now Jordan's going to do a song that's brand new. We've never recorded it. We've only done it a few times, but it's been requested by somebody close to us. And it's a beautiful song. Jordan, you want to say something before you sing it? Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I want to say thanks to, is Leroy his name? That's his name, right? Okay, I wanted to get it. Thanks to Leroy for putting this together. Like Dad said, we really enjoy being able to come back here, and we really love this area. We've come here for vacation a few times to get away, and just another spot in this area to love, and we are so thankful for the opportunity to be here. And the greatest opportunity we have is none other than singing about our Savior Jesus Christ. And this is a song I've been doing for a little while now, not too long. But all that we do, you see a lot of days that all that men do, they want glory for themselves and they want to be lifted up in their own pride. But all that we do, as Colossians says, all that we say and do for the glory of Christ Jesus. And that's why we're here today. That's why we're putting on this thing. And that's what this song was about, for your glory. Where would I be without your love? What kind of life would I be guilty of if not for your redeeming hand that reached so low to raise me up and help me stand? By your grace, for your glory, I am here to tell the story of all the doors you've opened for me, that I might give, I might love, I might live by your grace, for your glory. Not by my strength have I survived my selfish works, my selfish pride. Not by my works of righteousness, I owe it all to you alone, that I am blessed. So by your grace, for your glory, I am here to tell the story of all the doors you've opened for me, that I might give, I might love, I might live by your grace, for your glory, that I might give, I might love, I might live by
Thank you so much. We're going to do all these songs for all these sweethearts up in here. Here's a song that we've done at a few weddings in years past. When Bluegrass became legal to be in weddings, we was there with this song right here. You know, you don't hear banjo many times at a wedding ceremony, but we've done it a few times. We traveled to Kingsport, Tennessee one time. That's how you say it, Kingsport, Tennessee. Down at Kingsport, Tennessee, where we played this song one time at a wedding. My wife's going to sing it for all you lovebirds. You want to introduce it there, honey? It's called Grow in Love with You.
Like ivy grows up the old church wall, and like honeysuckle in the morning dew. From this day on, as I take your hand, I will grow in love with you. Like the trumpet vine climbs the old rock wall, and like honeysuckle climbs the fence post too. From this day on, as I take your hand, I will grow in love with you. In love with you is where I belong. In love with you, though I'm weak, I am strong. Take my hand, take my heart, like wildflowers so true. I will grow in love with you. In love with you is where I belong. In love with you, though I'm weak, I am strong. Take my hand, take my heart, like wildflowers so true. I will grow in love with you. I will grow in love with you.
Well, if you're looking to make plans for the winter season, or, well, it's not technically the winter season, close to winter season, the first weekend of December, we are having our annual Christmas concert there in the town that we live in, Standardsville, Virginia, the Greene County, or I'm sorry, William Monroe High School. And it's something we've been doing for, this will be our 22nd year. We've been doing it. We missed last year for a few reasons. We're going to start it back up this year, and we've been doing it for the past 22 years. And it's a free concert, and we usually pack the house out, so come early and get a seat. Hopefully you can make it.
Yeah, it's
That's
only about
first
4.5
week.
hours. Four
Yeah.
and a half hours.
So if it's the first Saturday of December. If you're looking for something to do, come on down and join us.
Yeah, it's going to be December the 7th. And I was born on December the 7th, y'all. The day of infamy, Pearl Harbor Day. All right, so y'all can remember that. Come down and be with us if you can. If not, we'll try to come back to see you as soon as we can. Here's an old song, y'all. Y'all recognize this one. I heard the Louvin brothers do this, and it's also featured in many hymnals across the country, called Near My God to Thee.
Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer to
like a wonder work. The sun goes down, darkness be over me, my rest a stone.
Angels to beckon me nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer to angels to beckon me nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer to nearer to thee.
We want to say thanks again. Thanks, Don. I'm sorry, Ron, for letting me play your banjo today. And we made a connection that will last forever. We may play banjos together in heaven. We don't know. We don't know. Can y'all say something? Thank you again for all of you for being here today. We have really had a good time. Now the children
really enjoyed all the bands that was here today. We've had some
we've got
great music.
Got to meet some new folks. Daryl Mosley, I've heard of him a long time. Listened to him back in the days of New Tradition, back in the 80s and the 90s. Used to play his music on a radio station back in the middle 90s. And it's good to finally get to meet Daryl. He had black hair at one time, y'all, back when I used to see him. We're going to close out with one you all know. You've probably heard it a couple times a day already. But it's our traditional closeout. We'll be around a while if you want to come say hi to us or goodbye to us. We'll be leaving here in a little bit. On the behalf of Chris Kite and all his family, Ronnie Davis and all his family, Jordan and Tina and my name Eddie, thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for having us be up here today. Appreciate it so much. Y'all ready, guys?
Undertaker, please drive slow. For that body you are hauling, Lord, I hate to see her go. Will the circle be unbroken?
How about the guitar?
Went back home, my home was lonesome since my mother, she was gone. All my brothers, sisters crying for a home so sad and low.
Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. All right, guitar again. One by one their seats were emptied, one by one they went away. Now the family is parted, will it be complete one day? Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. One more time on the melody. Well, will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Called 3 Wooden Crosses.
A farmer and a teacher, hooker and a preacher, riding on the midnight bus, bound for Mexico. One was headed for vacation, one for higher education, and 2 of them were searching for lost souls. That driver never ever saw the stop sign, and 18-wheelers can't stop on a dime. And there are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, heaven only knows. I guess it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. That farmer left to harvest a home of 80 acres. The faith and love for growing things in his young son's heart. And that teacher left her wisdom in the minds of lots of children. She did her best to give them all a better start. And that preacher whispered, "Can't you see the promised land?" as he laid his blood-stained Bible in that hooker's hand. And there are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, heaven only knows. I guess it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. what you leave behind you when you go. That's the story that our preacher told last Sunday, as he held that blood-stained Bible up for all of us to see. He said, bless the farmer and the teacher and that preacher who gave this Bible to my mama, who read it to me. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, now I guess we know. It's not what you take when you leave this world behind you, it's what you leave behind you when you go. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway.
Thank you so much. We're going to close our setup this evening with an old song and feature some of the kids coming up here with some spoons to play with you, for us and with us. I want to say to the sound guys over here, thank you so much for the sound. Sounds good up here. I don't know what it's like out there, but we sure appreciate your hard work. And we'll look forward to being here tomorrow at 11:15. I think is our somewhere around 11 o'clock. We'll be here again in the 5:15 tomorrow evening. And I see the churchman has showed up here, and the churchman from down Martinsville Way, we've known them guys a long time. I think they are the reason we're up here, because they got us in here last year and talked to Leroy about us, and we are so honored to be with you folks tonight. Come say howdy to us back at the table, and we'll look forward to sitting down and enjoying music with you after a while. All right, time for the spoons. Here's the kids going to play the spoons with us, and the cajon. That's cajon? Oh, he can't play the cajon. He has a broken wrist.
Well, broken.
Here he goes. Well, sun black morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away. Well, to a home on God's electric shore, I'll fly away. Well, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. Oh, when I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. And when the shadows of this life have gone,